Welcome to week 9. For week 9, obviously the first thing you're going to do is to view the video. We are moving into the write-up of the draft of your white paper. So I want you to focus on reflective thinking. That's an important aspect of writing in a business setting. And I want you to read through just this short little excerpt on critical thinking and reflective thinking and how both are important when it comes to business writing, especially the reflective thinking. I'll give you a quick example. When I was looking at the submitted business writing pieces, white paper pieces for the Writing Excellence Awards last winter, one student wrote about a suggestion, a recommendation that in a 2-story house, the bottom of which was a pizzeria, they used the top floor, the second floor of the house, to be a storage area for other local businesses. They could store their goods, different items that they didn't need at their establishments. So his recommendation was to put in an elevator so that towards the back area of the house, where it wouldn't interfere with someone dragging goods through the pizzeria itself. Other businesses would be able to utilize that space by just loading them onto an elevator and taking them up to the second floor. That would be a really expensive solution to using that space. So in that reflective part, you really want to think about whether or not this particular recommendation for a solution has any drawbacks. And you want to think of those carefully, because that should help you tweak that particular recommendation so that it's a logical one that would be actually beneficial to the company. All right, so that's one of the things that I want you to read. I also want you to read 8 basic tips for writing an amazing white paper. And if you open that particular link, you're going to see, we've already worked through the topic. You know that people want to read it because we've kind of gone through not only my review, but a peer review on that idea. Definitely you want to be descriptive and professional and set up a great intro. You want to get your audience engaged. Your audience, you've picked a very specific person or group that this would appeal to. So you want to think about how you're going to get them on board right away. Emphasize the value. You'll want to organize that draft, and we're going to work in these last 3 steps as we move through the next couple of weeks. We're going to do that editing and proofreading and follow up with any ways that we can improve that particular draft. So that's going to be important to consider, but really focus in on these first 5 and make sure that your white paper draft does all 5 of these steps. All right, and so the last part of what I want you to kind of go over for preparing for your assignments for the next weekend are to just read through writing an analytical report. Sorry, got tied up on my words. You want to think about why the issue is important, who's involved, where's the trouble located, when did it start. And then really, I want you to concentrate on focusing on that recommendation. Remember, we're not implementing steps to the solution until we get to the proposal. So you're going to take all this hard work you've done in the white paper and expand it into an implementable solution for the proposal. Right now, as you get down to that conclusion part, you're just focusing on the recommendation, the need for action, and how this particular action can solve the problem. And what I did is try to break down for you what should be in the intro, what should be in the body, what should be in the conclusion, so that you can think of it in these 3 pieces. This paper is not that long. We're looking at about 4 to 5 pages. You're integrating your research, the research that you've done over the last week, so that you can give your audience, this very specific group, an idea that can be developed further into the proposal. You're just giving them, a recommendation, not to use that word over and over, for a potential solution. All right, if you have questions on that, don't hesitate to ask. Those of you who've been regularly asking questions, hopefully that's been helpful as you've moved through these assignments over the last few weeks. For the weekend coming up, you will turn in your intro, discussion, and conclusion. So just think of it as the draft of your white paper. You'll use the documents offered in the read and review section to help you plan and execute that draft. That will be due on Sunday at 11:55. Remember, I'm talking about 4 to 5 pages of running text, not including your title page. We're going to work on the executive summary next week, so just title page, references page, in the middle 4 to 5 pages of running text. And then you're going to participate in the discussion forum for the week. That one will ask you to briefly state your white paper plan, what surprised you about the solution, how you can cater the use of that solution strategy to your particular audience, and how you can reconcile any discrepancies. So you want to maybe just bullet out those 4 points, and then I want you to reply to one classmate by doing just a brief amount of research on his or her plan and providing him or her with one online resource that could help. Maybe a link to an article or a help document, and then below that explain how the link would help in kind of improving the overall plan. If you have any questions, again, let me know. Both of these assignments are due on Sunday at 11:55 p.m. Have a great week.